Alright, we're going to start decluttering with powders. I've got my giveaway bin right here. You can't see. Here's my giveaway bin. It's really deep. I'm going to put all my products from my powders, foundations, concealers in that. And I'm just going to set them to the side for right now because I don't know if anybody's taking donations. So I'll just keep them with me in my house until everything that's going on has settled down and everything is kind of back to normal. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and start with powders. I've already counted how many powders I have total, and I have 39. 3 of these on the side right here are contour palettes, and then we have some pressed powders and then loose setting powders. So we're just going to go ahead and get into it and start decluttering. I have some essence powders. I don't think these are, you can buy these now. I found these on Mercari. I have these 2 and then 4 more, and they come in 2 different shades. I've got peach and banana. And they say Casey Holmes' name on them. I don't know if this was supposed to be a collaboration or not, but her name's on them. I'm keeping all of these. These 2 I have in my everyday drawer because they are almost gone, so I'm trying to finish them up. And I'm also, within these videos, I'm going to be starting my project pan. Sticking products into a basket for a project pan that are almost done or halfway done. Products that I want to finish up at least before summer's over, I want to say. So these 2 for sure are going to go in this basket for my project pan. This pink basket. And I'm going to keep these other 4 essence powders. I won't be using them in videos because you can't buy them, but I'm going to keep them. And then I have this Hard Candy Sheer Envy Blurring and Pore Refining Loose Finishing Powder. I actually really like this. It does blur pretty good. It's like, out of all my powders, I have 2 blurring powders, so I'm going to keep that one. And then I have this L'Oreal Hydra Perfect and Translucent Powder. I got this on Mercari as well. A lot of products in my collection, my whole collection, I've bought from Mercari, so I think I'm going to get rid of this powder. I don't really use it that much. So we're going to declutter this one. I have the Collab Set the Sage Ultra Fine Loose Setting Powder and Tan Honey. I'm going to keep this powder. And then I have these 2 CoverGirl True Blend Minerals setting powders. I have Banana and Translucent. I'm going to keep these as well. I've only tried the banana shade once, but I do want to test them out some more. So I'm going to keep those. I have my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder. And then I have a banana shade. The translucent I have used. I haven't tested the banana shade. I want to use it in a video. So I'm going to keep both of these. Most of the products in the back are unopened. I have Believe Beauty Matte Blur Loose Powder in the shade Translucent. This is the second blurring powder I have. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to stick it with the Hard Candy since they do the same thing. I have my Milani Make It Last setting powder in the shade 03 Translucent Banana. I've only used this once, so I'm going to keep it so I can test it out some more. Okay, so we have the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder in the shade Translucent Extra Coverage. So the one thing that bothers a lot of people about this powder is the scent. It doesn't bother me. It smells like baby powder, so that doesn't bother me, but I am going to declutter it because I don't use it as much. I think I'm going to go ahead and throw it away, or either give it to my sister if she wants to use it. But if I do end up buying it again, I want to try a different shade because they do have multiple shades. So I'm going to declutter this one. I have the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder, which this is like a staple in everybody's collection. I have 20 light medium. I use this for under my eyes to set my concealer. I thought about getting a shade to set my face, but I haven't done so yet. Okay, so we're going to go back here. I have the Becca, I got this in my BoxyCharm. I have the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. I have not used this, only because I already have a lot of powders open, and a lot of people say that people with dry skin will really like this because when you put it on your face, it's cooling. So, and I don't know if this has a shade. I guess they're just in translucent or universal. I don't know. But yeah, I got this in my BoxyCharm. I'm going to keep it for now. I already said I'm going to keep my Banana Wet n Wild powder. I have a mini Laura Mercier translucent powder, loose setting powder. I want to get the bigger size of this to try it out some more. I feel like I don't get enough out of the small one, but I am going to keep it. I have the Cover FX Translucent Light Setting Powder. It's the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder in the shade Translucent Light. And this is like a mini. I think the Laura Mercier is a deluxe and the Cover FX is a mini. I like to use this to set my eyes when I'm putting eyeshadow on. If I use concealer or eyeshadow primer, I like to use this. So I am going to keep it. And then I have two powders from Shop Miss A. They're the AOA Studio Perfect Setting Powders. I have the shade Banana and Warm. I bought Warm to use as a powder to set all over. And then Banana for under my eyes. I am going to keep both of these. I've only tried out the banana so far. And I really do like it. It's not as yellow as it looks, but I do like it. I want to try out the Warm all over my face. But since it's been cold, I haven't got to because I have dry skin. And I don't usually set my whole face with powder. But when it starts getting warm, I do plan on using it more. Alright. So most of these products in this area are pressed powders. We're going to start with this one. I have the Wet n Wild Coverall Pressed Powder in the shade Medium. It says all day wear, radiant, weightless finish. Visibrite Complex reduces the appearance of wrinkles and rejuvenates skin. I bought this to use under my eyes to set my concealer. But I haven't used it that I used it like once. But the all day wear and the radiant weightless finish and the Visibrite Complex reduces the appearance of wrinkles. That is kind of convincing me to keep it. I think I'm going to put it in the maybe pile. In my maybe pile for right now, and I'll come back to it when I finish with the rest of these products. I have a Broadway Colors Pressed Powder in the shade Beige Glow. This is another powder I bought. I figured I could use it under my eyes. It has a peachy undertone, so I thought it would be good to use like as a powder, almost to kind of correct. I'm going to declutter it. I don't know where Broadway Colors is going to be sold anymore, and also, yeah, I don't know where it's going to be sold. They took it out of Dollar General. The new brand at Dollar General, as we all know, is Believe Beauty. So, I'm going to declutter this one. Okay. I have this Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the shade 310 Sun Beige. This isn't even open, so I think I'm going to declutter it and give it away to somebody since it's brand new. I have this Essence Luminous Matte Bronzing Powder for lighter skin. Looks like this. I was using this as a setting powder, almost like a highlight or like a powder that a lot of brands are starting to come out with a luminous finish. Similar to the Jaclyn Hill Mood Light powder and the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder, kind of like that. I thought that I could use this to set my face to kind of get that effect or finish. I only did it once, but I'm gonna keep this so I can try that out some more until I can pick up a powder like that. I want to try the e.l.f. powder, but I haven't had a chance to even look or pick it up with everything going on. So I am going to keep this one though. I have a couple powders from LA Colors. I have a mineral pressed powder in the shade Toasted Almond. These I got, I think, at Family Dollar or Dollar General. And then I have the LA Colors Cream to Powder Makeup. So I guess this, I'm not really sure if it's supposed to be like a foundation that you put on and then it sets or it dries down to powder. I feel like my skin's too dry for this one, so I'm gonna throw this one away. The cream to powder, I'm gonna throw it away, declutter it. And then the mineral powder and toasted almond, I'm going to keep it for right now. I have the Ruby Kisses by Kiss mineral powder. This one's talc free in the shade Caramel. I'm going to keep this. This I bought at Family Dollar as well. I think they sell this brand at Sally's, but I'm not sure. But I'm going to keep this. I know they have it at Family Dollar. And then I have the e.l.f. Prime and Stay Finishing Powder in the shade Medium Dark. I'm going to keep this one as well. And then we have my press powders that I use under my eyes. I have the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. And mine's broke, but I'm still going to keep it. This is a good powder to brighten up under your eyes. Well, in the center of your face. And then I have the Rimmel Stay Matte setting powder. This is like a staple as well, like a drugstore staple in a lot of people's collections. I use this as another powder to set under my eyes. I have the shade Transparent. I'm going to keep this. And then I have my Revolution Bacon Blot powder in the shade Translucent. I'm going to keep this. And then I have my Pixie Flawless Finishing Powder in the shade Translucent. I'm going to keep this as well. These last 5 powders are essentially the same thing, just different brands. And then I have the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Translucent. I use this to set my eyes as well. It's another powder. Like I said, those 5 powders are pretty much the same. And keeping that one too. And then on this side, we have some contour palettes in a larger setting powder. So this is newer to my collection. It's the Black Radiance Soft Focus Finishing Powder in the shade Creamy Bronze Finish. And I picked this up at CVS. I will be keeping this because I haven't tried it yet. And then I have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette in the shade Caramel Toffee. I have 2 of them. Obviously, you can tell one's a little bit newer. I'm going to keep them. And then I have the other shade, which is Dulce de Leche. I've hit pan on this one, on the setting powder side. This is a good option, good drugstore option to use for setting your face. And these are from Wet n Wild. I'm going to keep that one too. So, I'm going to count up. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this Wet n Wild powder as well. So, I'm going to count up 1, had 39 powders, and I got rid of 2, 4, 6. So I got rid of 6 powders, which is not a lot. I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this LA Colors Mineral Pressed Powder and Toasted Almond. Yeah, because it's not even open. So I'm going to get rid of it too. Give it away. So that makes 2, 4, 6, 8. I got rid of 8 powders. Had 39. So I have 31 left. Keep 31. 31. 8. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and move on to my bronzer drawer. Let me put this one back up. Alright, now we're going to start with bronzers. I have 27 total bronzers. I'm going to go ahead for sure and grab this Wet n Wild What Shady Beaches bronzer. It's the Color Icon bronzer in the shade What Shady Beaches. And as you can see, I've hit pan. So I'm going to add this to my pink basket, which will be used for my project pan items. And then we'll finish with the rest of the bronzers. I'm going to start with these big bronzers back here. I have 2 of the L'Oreal bronzers that they've been coming out with like every year, the large ones. So I have the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It and Deep. And it's got this really pretty design in it. Kind of looks like a cookie or a pie. And it's got shimmer in it. This, for me, is more like a contour shade. But I am going to keep this one. And then I have the L'Oreal Bronze Please La Terra bronzer. And I have the shade number 4. And that's the shade. I'm not sure how you say it. The shade is right there. Number 4. I really hope you guys can see that. There it is. This is really pretty. I like the design again in this one. It does have a little bit of sheen in it, but this is a good bronze shade for me. So I'm going to keep this one as well. And then I have 2 more big bronzers. I have the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in the shade 740 Bikini Contest. These are the bronzers that came out before this bronzer. So the one that I put in my project pan are the newer packaging on the bronzers. This is the old one. Kelly Strack uses a bronzer in the shade Reserve Your Cabana as a setting powder for under her eyes. But this one is a little too light for me. I probably could use it the way she does. I've never tried because it is a little bit light. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and declutter it because it's too light for me. And then I have the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder for darker skin. I like this formula. I like the packaging. It's simple. I like the design on it. Again, this is just too light for me. So I'm going to declutter it. I wish Essence would, on their single pan, include more shades instead of a lighter skin and a darker skin. I wish they would have more of a range on just their singles. They do have a newer palette that has pretty deep bronzing shades that I actually picked up during the Ulta sale. It wasn't on sale, but I picked it up with some products that were on sale. Went ahead and got it. I'll be showing it when I do my face palette declutter, but just like I said, they're singles. They don't have a very good range, so this is too light. I'm going to declutter it. And then we have this NARS bronzer that is new that I picked up at TJ Maxx for $2. It's so pretty. This is my first NARS bronzer. This is in the shade, I don't know how you say it, but that's the shade. I'll try to say it's Philazes. Of course I'm gonna keep this. And then I picked up this L'Oreal True Match powder. It's just a like a pressed powder in the shade W9.5 Deep Warm. I figured I could use it as a bronzer. This was only $2 at Walmart. So I'm going to keep this. It's newer. And then I have the Believe Beauty Hawaiian Glow Bronzer. This is the shade from, this is the brand from Dollar General. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. I probably could use it as a contour shade if I built it up, but I don't want to add a lot of powder on my face, so I feel like if I have to build up a bronzer or a contour powder, then I just should not use it. I want something that I can just put on a thin layer and it works. I'm going to declutter the Believe Beauty bronzer. I have the CoverGirl Chocoholic bronzer, and it's chocolate scented. This I bought with another CoverGirl product on the Mercari app, and together they were $5. I don't use this by itself as a bronzer, but I have used it as like a topper. So I am going to keep it. It smells really, really good. But I don't use it by itself. Okay, so next we have my Rimmel London Radiance Brick Multi-Shimmer Powder Bronzer, and I have it in the shade 003 Dark. I don't use this that much. I feel, I don't know. I just haven't used it in a long time. It's not bad. I'm going to put this in my maybe pile. I have this NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder. And it's in the shade, it's in the shade 720A Sunny. And NYC is like an older makeup brand. I don't even know if they sell products anymore. This is a pretty shade, but it is too light for me. I don't even know why I have it in my collection. I think it was my mom's. But we're going to declutter her. We have this LA Colors Shimmer Bronzer. And it's, I guess, in the shade Radiant. I have not actually used this yet, so I'm going to keep it for now. And then I have another LA Colors Mosaic Bronzing Powder. I haven't used this either. It's in the shade Sunkissed Bronze. I'm going to put this in my maybe pile, too. So I have a few bronzers from Shop Miss A. I have this Sun Glow Shimmer Bronzer. The brand is Giove, I guess. That's the name right there. But it's from Shop Miss A. And on Shop Miss A, they don't usually have names. They just kind of go by numbers. Sometimes they have numbers. I mean, shades. But most of the time, it's just by numbers. This is really shimmery. This is another bronzer that I used just like as a topper. I don't use it by itself. So I'm going to keep this one. And then we have the Amuse Cosmetics Matte Bronzer. This was in the shade, I think, 3. I'm going to keep this one. And then I have 2 in the these black compacts that kind of remind me of MAC products. I have the shades 3 and 4. I'm going to keep both of them. I'm going to keep 3. I'm just going to keep 3, and then 4, I only have it in, I bought it and gave it to my mom, but I took it back. But I'm going to give it back to her because it is too dark for me. So I'm going to put this to the side. But I am going to keep number 3. And then I have this is a newer bronzer that is in my collections from the Cream Shop, or the Creme Shop. I think it's the Cream Shop. Casey Holmes recently did a review on a lot of their products. This is in the shade California Dreamin'. And you can buy this brand at CVS. I picked this up at CVS. It's a really pretty color. It almost looks similar to the Amuse Cosmetics bronzer in the shade 4. This one though from Amuse Cosmetics, it looks like it's more red though. So, but I'm going to keep this one for sure since it's newer. And then I have a bronzer from Pier. It's the Bronzing Act Matte Bronzer in Dark. It has this cool design in it. I'm keeping that. I'm going to keep my Maybelline City Bronzer in the shade 300. My Amuse Cosmetics Bronzer in the shade 3. Looks similar to this as well. But I'm going to keep that one. And then I'm going to keep my Ardell Vacade Mode Bronzer in the shade Bronze Crazy. I got this at Sally's. And then I have some bronzers that I use as toppers. I have the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade Soleil number 5. I use this as a topper. It's really pretty. I want to get their matte Silky Bronzer from Milani. I have 2 of the Flower Beauty Luminous, the Flower Beauty Heat Wave Luminous Bronzers. And I have the shade Sunrise L1 and Sunswept M1. As you can see, one's more of a like warm tone and one's more cool tone. And again, I use these as toppers. I am keeping those. And then I have some more Wet n Wild bronzers. I have Ticket to Brazil. This is the new packaging. It's so pretty. It's very warm. Gonna be keeping that. And then I have 2 of their limited edition bronzers from their Fire and Ice collection. I have the shades Queensland and the shade You're Dragging Me Down. Queensland, which is this one, is more warm. And You're Dragging Me Down is more cool tone. More of like a contour shade. But I'm going to keep both of them. So, I ended up keeping, the 2 bronzers that I had on the side. I'm going to get rid of the LA Colors and keep the Rimmel. So, I ended up keeping 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So, out of 27 bronzers, I got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got rid of 6. So I have 21 left. And I put this one in my project pan. So out of 27, got rid of 6. So I got 21 left. I mean, I have 20. Did I say 26? I meant 21. I got rid of 6. So, I'm going to see real quick if I can combine my bronzer and powder drawer, since I got rid of some more products. So, I'm going to turn the bronzer drawer this way. Pull my powder drawer back out, and I'm going to put the bronzers So I stuck the rest of my bronzer. I stuck my bronzers, the ones that I kept, in this section right here with my powder. So I have an empty drawer.